Okay, hi guys. Division 2 video. I've not done one in a while, so it's nice to do one. It's all about the PTS server and what new things are coming and my take on them. Enjoy.
We're united under our indifference.
Okay, so it looks like it's going to be two new gear sets and two new exotics that are coming. Um, one is going to be okay, and I think, well, I think they both are going to be pretty good. But I think that the second one that I'm going to show you is going to be the main one, and everyone's aim for PvP and the DZ, and which when people tend to play other things to get to the DZ, if that makes sense. So they'll do the raid to get the exotics so they can use them in the DZ. So I do think that it's going to be a lot of PvP um, based in this update, which they did say um, quite a few updates ago when they were releasing notes about it. They did say that the updates that are coming are going to be PvP orientated. They're going to push towards that, and we've been kind of waiting for that to happen, and it looks like it's happening this time around. So the first one is the one that I think is going to be used for other things, if you like. So we might be able to use it for the raid. We might be able to use it for um, legendary and things like that. So and for me personally, a good excuse to bring the Ravenous out of the um, stash, if you like. So it's going to be the pointers gear set because it's all geared towards rifle damage and headshot damage. So that's my thinking for this one, and I do think it's going to be a good one. For the four piece, um, which there is actually another which I actually forgot to add, which I will go and find now and then show you that one where we if we can incorporate the two together, this actually could be a really good build. So hitting a shot with a rifle or MMR, which is a marksman rifle, grants a stack. Max stack is equal to the weapon's magazine size. Reloading will grant +2 weapon handling and +2 weapon damage per stack for 10 seconds. No stacks are acquired while bonuses no stacks are acquired while bonuses are active. The timer running out will refill your magazine. Switching the weapons while your bonuses are active will stop the effect and refill your magazine. Switching weapons while the bonuses are not active will remove all stacks and refill your magazine. So you could, I think we've seen this before, but it's a Division 1 thing. They're bringing a lot back from Division 1. I think it was I've forgotten the name of it now. It was the LMG that went, the build that was around LMGs. If you switched weapons, it reloaded your magazine. So it looks like the kind of like they're taking that, but I think they've learned from Division 1 that that was really OP. I mean, having two guns with 200 bullets in that just refilled just by your switching, you know what I mean? You're just going to melt everybody. So I think the reason why they've switched it from that to rifles is to stop that, so that it's not as OP, if you like. So yeah, so I mean, you know what I mean? It is what it is. I mean, the regurgitated things from Division 1, which I don't hate. There's a lot of things I liked from Division 1, and I think the good things from Division 1 incorporated with, you know what I mean, um, the Division 2 mechanics, if you like, and how everything works. I mean, just looking at that backpack, I mean, that even that emblem reminds me of Division 1. So, yeah, there's going to be a lot of that. Let me just have a quick look to see if I've got the. I think it was a chest piece at one of the vendors. Right, I'll put those two on and I'll see how that affects the build. Okay, yeah, so I just went and crafted them. It's just made life a heck of a lot easier. Yeah, so I noticed it earlier. So it's the magazine size and the rifle damage, which is just awesome I think it's going to be really good for this build. You like I said, your damage is going to be up there. I mean, it's already OP with the rifle as it is. So that extra little bit of damage, I think, is really going to boost this build. Um, Definitely roll everything towards crit, I think, and it'd be nice to actually test this in a raid. This might actually be a good, um, like I said, a good reason to use the Ravenous a lot more than I normally do. So yeah, that's build number one, and like I said, it's they both have really. The other build has got a little bit of taste of Division One, which I'll tell you about that in a minute. But this one has definitely got a taste of Division One with the new gear set, um, with switching weapons. And like I said, it's a good excuse to use a rifle. I don't use one as much as maybe I should, so it'd be nice to use that more often. Um, so yeah, that's build number one. Okay, so this is build number two. This is the one that I think is going to be the one that everyone's going to really enjoy. This is going to be the uh, PvP DZ build that everyone's going to be using. It's based around shotguns and your flame turret is the main um, uh, reason for the build. Okay, so it's the new exotic is the Overlord. Okay, which is capitulate. Bit of a weird word, but never mind. Hitting an enemy applies 2% minus 2% movement speed for each pellet hit for 5 seconds. Shooting the enemy again will reapply the stacks. Now, I think that I don't know if people are going to use this exotic, but I do think that people are going to use shotguns 110% in the DZ. That's going to be the main thing for the DZ. I mean, minus 2% movement speed for each pellet that hit for 5 seconds. I mean, it's to stop people from running around like nutters. I mean, it's um, it's probably going to be a good shotgun, but if people use it, there's going to be a price towards it. So people just won't use it. They'll stick with like the Eagle Bearer or things like that. But that is the new exotic. And then the exotic knee pads is the Acosta's knee pads, which is Escape Plan, is the talent. Vaulting grants plus 10% movement speed for 3 seconds after not moving for 5 seconds, receiving plus 20% movement speed for 5 seconds. Being applied, the status effect grants plus 10% movement speed for 5 seconds. Net max movement speed bonus is 20%. The bonuses do not stack with the movement speed bonuses from other sources. Minus 50 movement impairment penalty for status effects. So I think that although that's going to be that it does seem kind of cool, you know what I mean, and I quite like the idea that you're getting that extra movement speed. But I don't know how or when you're going to benefit from that. I mean, getting away from enemies, maybe, you know what I mean. But I can't really I can't really see a point of where it's going to work. I mean, in the raid, I don't. I mean, I suppose it could work in the summit because there's a lot of things to vault over and jump over, like desks and tables and whatnot. Um, but yeah, I mean the summit is the summit. You know what I mean? I mean it's easy enough with that. You don't need these extra bonuses. You just shoot things and loot. So I've just put these two exotics into the build to see if you know what I mean if I can do something with them. Um, I'm sure there'll be something out there when I've given it a little bit more time. But as it is, I'm just showing you what the new ones are. But it's the build I think that's gonna people are gonna really gonna enjoy using it. It's for the flame turret and it's Ortiz incinerator turret prototype. The incinerator turret spins 360 degrees, which it didn't previously. Obviously, if you remember it, it just spins from left to right, um, and you're immune from your own incinerator turret, which some people might not like that one as well because that's one of the ways where people wipe and kill themselves in the raid. So you're immune from your own turret, so you can't use that anymore. And then the incinerator turret explodes when disabled. So again, that's a Division One thing if you remember from Division One. But it would do it with all skills that you disable would explode, and it would also damage you. The explosion would damage you, which I really didn't like from Division One. Um, so it'd be nice to see if that actually works for this one. If it damages you or not, like it did from Division One. I do think people are going to use this because I do think it's going to be a massive crowd control. I mean, you're going to have groups of people in the DZ that are just going to be dropping these all over the place, and you're going to be able to stay in the battle without the flame turret affecting you, but it affecting everybody else. So that's why I do think that this is going to be a massive PvP thing. How you roll it, is going to be another one. It's going to take a little bit of work and a little bit of playing around. I was going to do it now in the PTS server, but it's they've changed it. They have. I mean, I think they did it last time as well in the PTS server. So it used to be that you used to have a fresh account to test the PTS, and everything that was new was put inside your stash. And then you just go in your stash, get them out, and do what you need to do. And then, but what they've done, like I said, last time and I think this time is they let you use your own characters, and then they just you buy a cache, and inside that cache it gives you every single item that's available, and then you've got to sift through it and try to remember what's new and what's old and all the rest of it. But it also there's no one to verse. It's like it's your account, but it's not your account. If that makes sense. So they're letting you like that's how I've got the character looks like this because this is my character. But there's no other players that I can play with like if I was on my own account. So I can't really test it out to the best. I mean, I will give it a little try. And whilst the PTS is still on, I'll do another video of say like I'll test it in the summit and maybe doing what I mean a legendary I mean mission of some sort. I mean I'll see how it holds up against those guys. But that's the two builds, and like I said, I think one is going to be everything, and this one is going to be PvP. I think people are gonna there are gonna be a lot of salty people with this one. I think, like I said, the incinerator turret is the fact that you're gonna have, like I said, potentially 8 turrets, flames all over the place. You're not gonna see what I mean where you're going or what you're doing because it's gonna be a mess. But people will love that, and it'll be a massive crowd control um, thing. Um, it could also, I mean, I'm just saying that it could also be good for legendary as well. You know what I mean? A massive crowd control, a turret that can spin 360 degrees. I mean, it's the play around is going to be whether or not that you stack towards skills or armor. I mean, it's going to be a balance of the two. Um, I do think that um, that could be something that could be played with. I mean, you don't even, I suppose you don't even need to use a shotgun with this one. I mean, that's why I've only put the shotgun on to show you that that's the new shotgun and that's the new knee pads. I mean, you could use the other two pieces that I had in the other build and use those so that you can have rifle damage, and then you can still use the Ravenous for this part, or the Nemesis. I mean, a lot of people use. I've seen people using the Nemesis in um, the DZ. So yeah, that could be another thing to play around with. So you've got the skill and the extra damage, and you're not having to worry about stacking towards damage because rifles are OP as it is anyway. They're pretty strong anyway. Um, and saying that shotguns are as well. So you know, what I mean, the best of both worlds. You could have the rifle and the shotgun. But yeah, but those are the new things in the PTS. Like I said, I'll do another video then of me actually playing around with them. But that's what's coming for Division 2, and I like it. I don't hate it. It's actually making me wanna I mean reload up and get back into Division. Um, we have got a Discord, so if you want to join our Discord, and we can help you with anything that you need. So yeah, the link will be in the description. Enjoy. No, it looks like the turret doesn't um, do any damage when you disable it like in Division 1. So that's a good thing, because that used to annoy me. I don't know why your skills should hurt you, you know what I mean, in that sense.